नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यानम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the sixth Adhyay, Dhyana Yoga, the yoga of meditation, and we are reading what Arjuna is telling Sri Krishna about his doubts. About his doubts on what? Sri Krishna has told Arjuna on the Dhyana Yoga. Pertaining to Dhyana Yoga, whatever Sri Krishna has told Arjuna, Arjuna had some doubts. Sri Krishna had clarified them earlier also, and these are the fresh doubts. So Arjuna in his 37th and 38th shloka of this Dhyana Yoga had raised those two doubts, and now he is further going to plead to Sri Krishna. What doubts Arjuna had raised in 37th and 38th shloka? That what happens of such a person? Ayati shraddhayopeto yogacharita manasaha aprapya yoga sansiddhim kam gatim krishna gacchati. And then कच्चिन्नो भयं विभ्रष्टः छिन्ना भ्रमिव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठितो महाबाहो विमूढ़ो ब्रह्मणः पति. O Krishna, such an aspirant walking on this path with all the dedication, with all the good spirit, with all the good intention, he's walking on this path, but still he is not able to control his mind. He is not able to put the mind on the self, to realize the self. So what happens of him? And then in the 38th shloka he has told, he told Sri Krishna that the condition of such a person is like a spent cloud, is a broken cloud. He is neither, first of all, to attain to liberation, to gain that illumination, to gain that enlightenment, he has done away with all the sense pleasures. He has become taken up the attitude of vairagya, like Shri Krishna had told, abhyasa and vairagya. So he has given up all his attachment to the worldly enjoyments, and he has started walking on this path. But now, having given up all the attachments to the worldly enjoyments, he has not realized the self also. So his situation is neither here nor there. He has become a Trishanku. He is just hanging in between. So Arjuna says, this person, he is so much in the state of delusion, so much in the state of confusion, vimudha, on the Brahmanapati, on this path of Brahman. The condition of this person is absolutely pitiable. He is in such a pitiable condition. Neither he has given up his enjoyments of the senses, nor he is able to have the realization. So that is the doubt. What happens of such a person? Arjuna is asking Sri Krishna, and now in this 39th slok, he is pleading to Sri Krishna. एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण छेतु मर्हस्य शेषतः त्वदन्यः संशयस्यास्य छेत्ता न युपपद्यते. एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण, this doubt of mine, O Krishna, छेत्तुम अर्हसि अशेषतः, छेत्तुम अर्हस्य शेषतः. You just dispel this doubt of mine, O Krishna, asheshatah, without any trace of this doubt remaining in my mind. You just dispel this doubt. You destroy this doubt of mine. Asamshayah. There should not be even a trace of this doubt lingering in my mind henceforth to these two questions that I have asked you, to these two doubts that I have asked you. Just dispel these doubts. एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण छेत्तुम अर्हसि अशेषतः तदन्यः संशयः स्यास्य. तदन्यः is tat anyah, other than you, other than you, tvat anyah संशयस्य asya cheta nahi upapadyate. Without you, there is no person who can achedyate, who can dispel this doubt. You are the only one. Now, you have taught me all this about the Dhyana Yoga. I have got these doubts. You know everything. Now, better you dispel all these doubts. You must. You ought to dispel my doubts without letting even a trace of the doubt remaining in my mind. Completely get rid of them. For only you are capable of doing it, O Krishna. See the confidence of Arjuna in his teacher, in his friend, in his philosopher and guide. He tells him very frankly, only you have the capability of dispelling this doubt. Only you can do this. Tvat anyah संशयस्य asya cheta na yupapadyate. Nobody else, no one else can do this, can destroy these doubts. No one else is upapadyate, is fit to destroy these doubts. You see the term that Arjuna has used. Only you are the fit. You are the most capable. No one else in this entire universe, they can dispel my doubts. So, with all this complete feeling of surrender, with complete sharanagati, Arjuna is now pleading to Sri Krishna. Only you can do it and you ought to do it. Don't let even a trace of doubt keep on lingering in my mind. Dying to dispel completely this doubt of mine, O Krishna. For there is none but yourself who can destroy this doubt. Only you are capable. No one has got that capability. No one in this universe is fit to dispel this doubt, because this doubt is very intricate. Yes, the doubt that Arjuna is also a very competent student. It is not that he has raised doubts just out of his mind. No, most pertinent doubts. That yes, having a person having given up all the enjoyments in this worldly life, in this earthly life, with the intention of self realization, what happens of such person? Is it not that the person totally gets deluded walking on this path of Brahman? Hmm? This Brahmanapati, he becomes vimudha. He becomes totally deluded. So what such a person should do? Is it that this fellow is to be thrown in the lunatic asylum? He is neither here nor there. What is to be done? Now, with all the sincerity, with all the earnestness, with all the faith in the Lord, Arjuna is pleading to him, you ought to dispel this doubt of mine. You must dispel this doubt of mine. You must destroy this doubt of mine because only you are capable. Nobody in this universe is capable of destroying my doubt, so better do it now. I am your disciple, you are my guru. So it is your duty to bring in this kind of enlightenment onto me by removing all the questions that I have, by removing these doubts that I have. So better do your duty. I am doing my duty as a student. You do your duty as the teacher. Only you can do it. Look at this confidence that Arjuna has in Sri Krishna. Only you are capable. No, he upapadyate. No one else is capable. So, even the devas and rishis come nowhere near you in dispelling the darkness. This is what Arjuna intends to plead to Sri Krishna. All those great sages and rishis and munis and devas, even they don't have this capacity to eliminate my doubt. They don't have this capacity uh, to dispel the darkness. You are the bright sun. You are the shining sun who can dispel this darkness of my doubt. You are the omniscient Ishvara. That is what Arjuna wants to convey to Sri Krishna. You are omniscient. You have all the knowledge with you. You can so easily dispel my doubt. All the intricacies of yoga are best known to none than you. Only you know all the intricacies. You are the Yogeshwara. So, in that capacity of Lord of all the yogas, well, you have been telling me Sankhya Yoga, you have been telling me Karma Yoga. You now are telling me it is Dhyana Yoga. So, only you are capable. You are the Yogeshwara who can remove my doubts so easily and so efficiently. So that is what Arjuna is pleading to Krishna. Please remove my doubts and make me enlightened on this particular path. Now, on this particular shlok that Arjuna has spoken to Krishna about, that only you can do it, only you can dispel my doubt. Now, on this particular topic, what is it that Sri Ramakrishna had spoken to his disciples, to his devotees? Sri Ramakrishna says, who is whose guru? Hmm? None but Ishvara alone can play the role of the guru. It is only the Ishvara. It is only the Lord who can be the ultimate guru. All other gurus that we see, they are just the channels. They are just channels of sharing the knowledge. The ultimate knowledge only the Jagat Guru is holding. Hmm? Nothing is impossible for the incarnation of Ishvara. The incarnation who has descended from that Ishvara, as a part of that Ishvara, who has taken this human form or whichever form that incarnation has taken, that avatar has taken. Only it is possible to such incarnations. The intricate problems pertaining to the Jivatman and the Paramatman are all easily solved by him. Only the avatars, only the incarnations, only who are a part and parcel of the Parabrahman, only they can dispel these doubts pertaining to Jivatman and the Paramatman, because they are verily the part and parcel of that Paramatman. E- Sorry, even a child can easily understand his teachings, and their teaching is so lucid. Their teaching is so simple. Their teaching is so down to earth that you need not have great learning capacity. They can teach these great, intricate truths in such simple words, in such simple language that even a small child can understand. The moment they decide to take it up to teach a small child of maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, that small child can also be able to understand this intricate, this deep, this gahana knowledge of what is Jivatman, what is Paramatman, what is Mukti, what is liberation, what is enlightenment. Even a child can easily understand his teachings. He is the son of knowledge. Sun is the bright sun. He is the bright sun of knowledge that drives away the darkness of ignorance accumulated through the ages. He is such a powerful sun, much powerful than the sun which is shining in the sky. This incarnation, this Lord, He can dispel the darkness which has been accumulated there through ages, but just by one stroke of ray, just by small portion of that His ray, all this darkness can get dispelled. All this darkness will get removed, will get destroyed. So that is the greatness of the Ishvara. That is the greatness of the incarnation that Sri Ramakrishna had spoken about. And this is what Arjuna is telling to Sri Krishna in this 39th shlok that we have read. That only you can do it. Only you are the most capable person of dispelling this darkness of doubt that has come up in my mind. I have raised these doubts to you. Now you better dispel this darkness. You bring the light. You enlighten me on this particular path of Dhyana Yoga. So that was Arjuna talking about his doubts, and finally surrendering himself to Sri Krishna that you do it now. I put the ball back in your court. You dispel the doubts and make me enlightened. So that is what our reading for the day of this 39th shlok of the Dhyana Yoga, the Yoga of Meditation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.